Monica, oh my darling. I can't believe I've just done that. Here is why every one of you should watch this movie. The entire star cast has done a wonderful job. Each character has their own quirk and each character has their own satisfactory arc, which is a testament to the story and screenplay by Yogesh Chandekar, who was also a writer on Andhadhun. So yes, there is some credibility back in this movie. Personally, for me, Huma Qureshi stole the show. Now, I have clearly missed that time period in Bollywood where she upped her acting skills by this level, but I'm so glad to see it because she is an absolute force to be reckoned with in this movie. Rajkummar Rao is reliable as always and makes way for the comedic releases in this movie, alongside a performance that I know was a stroll in the park for an actress of Radhika Apte's caliber, but she still somehow manages to make it look like a ramp walk with her talent on showcase. Proud of that one. If you ask me to summarize the experience, it's simple. If you love movies, there is no way in hell that you're not going to enjoy the crap out of this one. From the very start to the very end of this movie, it is visible that it is a labor of love, not only of storytelling but of movies in general. Vasan Bala is one of the only inventive new age storytellers that has something to say, and he has his own special way of doing it. There are so many Easter eggs in this movie, so many references that have been taken from other movies, whether that be stylistically or thematically, and yet it feels brand new. It feels like he has made this fresh and scented right out of the oven to the audience. In an industry that is going through a really tough phase, especially when it comes to its storytelling with respect to originality of storytelling, this one has to be put up on a pedestal. If the start of this movie wasn't an homage to Sam Raimi and his way of horror storytelling, then I don't know what it was. I mean, there was literally a robotic arm that attacks someone. Does that ring a bell? Huh? Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, made by one of the most loved horror film directors of all time. That's right. And if you're like me and only saw the trailer before watching this movie, both of us would be lying if we expected to see robots in the very first scene of the movie. Achin Thakkar of Scam 1992 and Rocket Boys fame has made one of the most fresh and fun albums of this year. I have to give a special shout out to the intro song, which is Ye Ek Zindagi. It is such a fun song and the picturization and sound design of this song could not have been more retro and in the best way possible. Now, if you're not familiar with Vasan Bala's work, I urge you, please go and watch at least Mard Ko Dar Nahi Hota on Netflix. Again, if you love movies, you will absolutely love that one. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, I want to deep dive into as many Easter eggs that I could spot on the first watching. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Tarantino movies, you know that he has his own brand of cigarettes within his movies, which is called the Red Apple. I think Vasan has tried to tip his hat to Tarantino by creating his own brand of whiskey in this movie, which is called Bad Hand Times. Now, if you think that sounds like an actual brand, you'd be right in assuming so. Moving forward to the list of the neighbors of one of the characters in the movie. Just look at these names. I swear to God, if I was staying in that building, each and every one of those people would absolutely hate me because I would not be able to stop asking them questions. Also, really quickly, you'll get this when you probably watch the movie, but I guess despite all the money that Sikander Kher has in this movie, none of his lawyers actually told him that a contract the subject of which is illegal stays void. A lot of the shit in this movie could have been avoided if the characters of the movie just knew that. I guess my 5 years of studying law went a complete waste. Big hello to all my lawyer friends watching this. Hope you're doing well. My condolences. Anyway, we also get a quick Bates Motel cameo. There is a restaurant in the background that's just named Bates Motel. For those of you who don't know, Bates Motel is a drama series, which I guess Vasan just loved, so he wanted to include it in the movie. Cameos are the in thing today, and Vasan does not skip on this trend. We get a quick cameo from Radhika Madan and Abhimanyu Dasani, both of who were the lead stars of Mard Ko Dar Nahi Hota. On to the next one. Yeah, I know there's these many, and that's just in my first viewing. While reporting a dead body on the news, there is a tiny ad that runs in the bottom left corner of the screen, which is an ad for some pipes. But the tagline of the pipes is Marte Dam Tak. So yeah, those were just some of the things that I spotted in the first viewing. I'm so certain there are more. If you spotted something else, do let me know what it was down in the comments below. I would absolutely love to read it. All in all, the pacing of the movie is good, the acting is good, the soundtrack is great, the music overall is great, the direction is just so enjoyable, and despite some bizarre moments in otherwise what is an adept screenplay, the movie has you hooked throughout. No two ways about it. Now, despite being an adaptation of the Japanese mystery novelist Kiego Higashino's Burutasu no Shinzu, this movie is still one of the most fresh pieces of content that has come out of the country this year, and simply for that reason, I think it deserves a watch. And yeah, that's it for the review. If you watched the movie, let me know what your thoughts were about the movie down in the comments below. As someone who loves the movies, I would absolutely love to discuss this one. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But before you go watch it, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at @SavigyaButch. Yes, that's it. That's my name. I will see you soon for another review. Till then, take care. Peace.